All because Oda spurned the Viceroy thing. Ooh!
Do I gotta do Mikata Hahara or I gotta do Makishima?
I would do Makishima, because if we do Magata Kahara, I could do the Tokugawa one, and you could do the Takeda one.
Sure,
I know
you can do the Takeda one. I know how to do that. It's easy.
Yeah, that's why
Easy peasy cover girl.
That's what?
Easy peasy cover girl.
What's that one song, that commercial when we were like in high school or was in middle school, where it's like, she wore yellow polka dots. Wait,
hey, that's something else.
She wore teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. Yeah!
Yo, play. Okay, so what's happening here? The reason for Takuda's sudden withdrawal was unclear. I know what it is.
He was getting all that dank booty.
He had the diarrhea.
She wore an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot.
Okay, we got it! You remember a yogurt commercial?
That was a yogurt commercial?
I think it was. From this point on, Nobunaga searched long and hard. Yeah, I bet he did.
Shuck it, Nobunaga. Shuck it long and shuck it hard.
The Battle of Makishima Castle. Wait a minute.
Right. You think you're so tough, Maguiji, don't you? With your greasy hair and your dingo stash.
Yes. I forgot which one I was doing.
What?
I forgot which one I was doing.
Listen, Bob's not here, so I have to pick up this back.
Good son to you. Who was it? My lord, I fear this may upset you. But it was Mitsuhide.
What? Bullshit! I love it. Mitsuhide's like, bullshit! Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Where's the receipts? Are you gonna trust me? Or are you gonna trust this cracked out ninja right now?
I'm sorry, that'd be a little bit more, you gave him a little bit more personality and spirit. Mitsuhide would be like, I'm sorry, that isn't true. My honor does not allow me to kill you. ...
Maybe that's why Sanryu puts on that mask. He does like two lines of solid opioids, and he's just like, 80s party!
Sir, if he did opioids, he'd be falling down. He does speed. Cocaine, if you will. Yoshiaki Yashikura.
He's a bitch.
Why isn't he a character?
Because he's a bitch.
Or Mitsubishi here. That's right, guys. If you drive a car, you drive the car of a traitor that's a Mitsubishi. He loyally served the Yashikage, but he screwed all of Japan.
Remember, guys, if you're ever in trouble and someone calls you out on something, make wildless, baseless accusations on them and just keep yelling until someone goes like, yeah, he's right! That guy is a jackass!
Just start yelling out things and hopefully the cops will come. Just start yelling crimes out. Arsony! Arsony! Someone will show up.
Alright.
Who do I gotta be? Shit. We've been everybody.
Yeah, so pick who you want. Oh.
Who else do we have to play as? Because they're going to be at the end of the game.
Mitsuhide. At least for one board.
Why not? Oh, we didn't get. You didn't get the pre-order DLC where we could play as his original costume, which is hilarious.
I got it off of Amazon, so no, Amazon doesn't give the pre-order bonuses.
That's weird.
I know, right? I was supposed to get it with Tales of Arise, but, fuck that, right?
I was going to say, because I also got it off of Amazon, and I got it.
Oh, well, fuck you. They didn't give it to me. They didn't give me the Tales of Arise one either. And I'm supposed to have, I think, cat ears. Fucking cat ears. With physics. It's like you can touch them. What the fuck am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I think I'm going to the bathroom. That's what I'm doing.
He's going to run to the bathroom. We've never leveled... Oh, my God. Hi, guys. I'm going to level this up now. Apparently. For once in our lives. Here we go. These are the days of our lives. I'm trying to figure out where all these things are. That's just the bathroom. You might have heard him say he's going there. Mitsuki, what do you got going on? You got a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna help you out with this. Ah, see, look, I got elasticity. It reduces damage taken from guns.
I realized that was a little late. I should have done that beforehand, so...
It's okay. I indicated that it was happening, so...
What? You told them that I have a bathroom in my room? You bastard!
I mean, I didn't put it in those words, but, yeah, there we go.
You're just giving away all my secrets now, aren't you, as I go to get something to drink?
It has to be done. Alright, so in this battle, we're going to fuck the face of the Shogun. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Nobody sees it coming. I'm going to play Mitsuki. Mitsuki is a interesting character. She has the punchy skill, and that gives me a little power-up when I do it. So, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, you know. It's a bit of the bee's knees, as they would say, in, you know, the old-timey area. I'm just gonna, you know, beat some people. Some people are gonna show up, and, you know, they're gonna do some things. Bonus objective. Got a bunch of snipers I gotta kill. Alright, that's good.
I got a sniper you can kill.
No, you don't.
You know, I got the idea for Mr. Fantastic. 2 words. My pants. Don't believe me? Ask Kobe's wife.
You know, that channel's coming back, apparently.
Yeah, and guess what? It's never going to be the same.
Yeah. Too much time has passed.
Yeah, what was it? G4 was around when we were, like, in high school?
Yeah.
And it started going downhill, I think, by the time we hit college.
Yeah. Then it just started becoming the Cops channel. We could afford to get the show Cops, so we're just going to show this 100 times. Excuse me.
Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
You know what's funny? G4 was the first time I got introduced to, like... No, that's not true. Toonami was my gateway to anime, which corrupted my life. But, G4, I think before it became G4 and it was called Tech TV,
Yeah.
they had was it a midnight showing of anime? But they had some different animes on there, and I got to see animes that I never saw on Toonami. I got to see Better Man, and get to see the end of that, but that's connected to Gao Gaigar because it's part of Gao Gaigar versus Better Man, which just finished and will be in Super Rival Wars 30, which me and Mike we're gonna do a little video on that as well when it comes out. If I'm not in the process of moving.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Tempest Kick.
Man, I got so many games. Oh, that's right. I gotta stop doing that. But train of thought. Better Man, Crest of the Stars, I think was one of the animes, and that's based on like a light novel series. It's been going on since I think the 80s. And then there was this one. I think it was called Duel Saga. I think it was a mecha isekai. I don't know. I'm just going off like my childhood memories.
But what about Code Geass?
What about Code Geass? What do you want to know?
What about Code
You want to know about Season 3?
What about Code Monkeys?
Code Monkeys like Fritos. Code Monkeys like something in Mountain Dew. Code Monkey, very simple man. Big, warm, fuzzy, simple heart. Code Monkeys like you.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
It was.
That was a G4 original, wasn't it?
It was indeed. That Dana Snyder in it.
Yeah, and he had a crow named Nicodemus.
Good.
Dude, what is up with this? Well, Jerry, what's up? Jerry, why is my penis green? Well, 3 o'clock, high out of your mind, you decided to say, and I quote, paint your penis green to represent your sexual serpent spitting sexual venom everywhere.
I didn't know I was such a genius.
God damn it, Jerry. I knew I was a genius, but...
Defense is cowardice in this game. Just remember that, kids.
Man, this fall is going to be interesting for anime.
Is it?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty good for mecha too.
You think they're ever gonna make another anime off
season?
of,
Yes.
no, I was gonna say
well,
another anime off of Samurai Warriors. They already had the Spirit of Sana.
No. That was an anime? I thought that was just one video. I thought that was just a freaking like.
Well, they had the
anime.
Spirit of Sana, which was the live action. But I was actually gonna say they also made a separate one for the Samurai Warriors 4 game. You think they're ever gonna expand on that, or are they just gonna be like, fuck it?
I'm pretty sure they'll say fuck it. Ninja! Why would you... I mean, I guess my thing would be... Well, I mean... Well, it's kind of odd because... Sengoku Basara had an anime.
Yeah.
Had two enemies. Had two animes.
I feel bad for Sengoku Basara.
Yeah, I know. Capcom...
How does Capcom fuck up that hard? Well, it's Capcom, but how does Capcom fuck up that hard? They had the best voice cast, interesting source material, great comedy. You can't somehow compete with this.
I mean, technically, if you want to talk about that, Sengoku Basara has a stage play they put on yearly, which I'm pretty sure Koei doesn't do.
I'm just saying.
I agree with you. The last one was...
It just shocked me that
Basara Sada Damaru, I believe.
Eh.
But that, from my understanding, that was a very, like, bare bones game. Like, it didn't offer as much as, you know, Sumeragi did. And I think that probably put people in, like, a sour mood. It's like, well, they're like, what the hell, man? You're charging a full price for a game and it's, like, half game's worth of content?
Yeah, I think it also doesn't help that, you know, Last Party didn't really sell well, and I mean, I get they didn't sell well in the West and things like that, but it just...
Last Party? What's that?
That's the,
That's not 3. The one we got was Samurai Heroes.
Yeah, but I was saying Samurai Warriors 3 Last Party was the last one I think they brought over here.
Samurai Warriors?
Not Samurai Warriors. Sengoku Basara.
I thought the very last one was 3. This, Warrior... the Samurai Heroes one.
I remember seeing the Last Party one.
You might be right. I've never seen it. That's why I'm like, oh, okay.
You want to see a fuck box? I'll show you a fuck box.
I'm waiting. Doesn't look that fucked yet.
I lost it. Wee, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Mitsubishi, you're gonna die because I said so.
What was I thinking about?
Oh, man.
I don't know what I was thinking.
I'd like, what's a feature you like to see in future Samurai Warriors that carries over from this one?
What the fuck? That was random.
You heard?
I heard you, but damn.
I gave you a talking point.
You did give me a talking point. Very well. This, I actually like those stylish finishers. I think they're a very cool way to finish off doing a really cool, like, cinematic attack. So I would honestly like them to keep that. Something I want them to keep?
Eh.
I'll be dead honest, I want them to keep some of the movesets. Like the Great Spear moveset, you can just copy and paste that.
Do you, would you like to see them do what they did 7 to 8? Yeah, 7 to 8. Where they slowly but surely make it so that the clone weapons become their own unique weapons?
I would, but the problem with that is it all depends on what weapons they make for 7. I mean, yes, no, 6.
6.
But the problem with that is if we also don't know if 6 is going to continue this storyline.
So we don't know. So, okay, I get what you mean. Because we kind of don't know at the moment if the game is going to be like Dynasty Warriors 6, where they remodeled it, but then they went, screw it, it didn't sell as well as we wanted, not so gangbusters, so we'll just redo it again.
So, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this game sold very well, though, so there is... possibility they'll continue. That's why I wouldn't, like, bet on that. That's a kind of a loaded question, because like I said, like you said, this is basically like Dynasty Warriors 6 for them. They did a drastic redesign and everything, and 6 didn't do well for Dynasty Warriors, but I don't know how 5 did for them.
Well, I'll say this from the research that I did. This did get a 34 out of 40 on Famitsu, which is pretty high. And they did actually get some pretty good scores. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. Usually that just rolls over. So we might see something.
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I'm just curious to see, because they 6 should have a bigger roster than this, and that's only because it's Hideyoshi, and he does deal with the vast majority of the lords you would see.
Well, I guess it also comes down to, is it Hideyoshi that they'll follow? I mean, they should. He is the next conqueror in line. But
I mean, unless they turn 6 into like a Hideyoshi Tokugawa thing, because technically Tokugawa is not gonna. If they can't give Tokugawa his own game, because if Hideyoshi ends with what is it? Onagawa, not Onagawa, Odawara Castle, right? That's the Hojo's last stand was Odawara.
yes.
Yeah, if it ends in Odawara, then they've got nothing until what? Tensions at Sekigahara, everything leading up to Sekigahara.
Yeah, I think.
But Hideyoshi's dead by that point, so it would literally just be Tokugawa finishing off the remainder of the Toyotomis.
That's why I think, and I know this is not a hot button, but one that I know you're probably not going to like, but it is how it's going to have to be. They're probably going to have to switch to whatchamacallit. Not Hideyoshi, but instead, what's his face? Ishida. They'll have to focus on him as not the main character, but a stronger character for it.
I mean, the only reason I don't like Ishida is just because, like, his portrayal from Koei is he's just an arrogant prick.
Oh, yeah.
That's the main reason I don't like him. I love him in Sengoku Basara because he's just batshit fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And I like his moveset better.
Oh, I'm not saying that, it's the worst thing in the world. I'm just saying that's just going to be something that's going to happen if they want to...
But the reason I feel like 6 has to be the big game, like it has to, I guess, be like Dynasty Warriors 8 or 7, is the fact that Ieyasu doesn't do anything until the lead up to Sekigahara, and even then it's just Sekigahara and the Osaka campaigns.
Yeah, well, Tokugawa rebels a little bit, but then... I mean, there are battles that go on, but it's just kind of... like...
Yeah, but enough to warrant an entire game?
Well, like, he takes place into whatchamacallit,
Yeah, but I'm going with the terminology that if his game takes place after
he doesn't have
Odawara Castle...
Yeah, he doesn't have any conflict with whatchamacallit,
yeah.
but he does show up for things like, dealing with the Sanada, rising up.
I can also guarantee 110% they will never talk about the Korean invasions. I guarantee you they won't do it.
They're not going to do that because it's a game, because they've decided they're focusing on their clientele, basically. They're not going to
Even though that technically was the next thing.
Yeah,
that happened when
Hideyoshi screwed up and
yeah,
couldn't actually take over whatchamacallit.
So then the next conflict is literally
Sekigahara, which is basically the end, which would be, if they were following it correctly, would be like the end of that chapter.
I mean, if you're gonna go with that, then at that point, the next game Ieyasu should go to Osaka. What is it? Ieyasu should get Tadakatsu, Naomasa Eel, and Sakekibarai.
Yeah.
For his 3 Heavenly Kings.
There's 4 Heavenly Kings. Technically, there's another one we would need.
Yes, but he dies long before that. It's the 4 Heavenly Kings. I could have sworn there's one where he has 3, and it's just those 3.
Yeah, there's a possibility.
Because I know the 3 of them are considered something, even if they're not his 4 Heavenly Kings.
Well, there's 4 that are considered the 4 founding generals. Yeah. That's what I was saying, is that's...
Yeah, that's the 4 Heavenly Kings, though.
Yeah, but there's which is those three, but there's also another one.
See, the reason why this is hard, or it's hard to tell those kind of stories if it's not the Conquerors or if it's just the Conquerors, is one of the Conquerors gets really fucking shafted because he doesn't really do anything super epic on his own until the very end. And at that point, it's literally just Ieyasu versus, whoever wants to pick a fight with him.
Yep.
And it's literally just two factions. It's the Toyotomi loyalists and the Sanada. And then once the Sanada are gone, it's the Toyotomi loyalists.
Even then, they're not even that much of a threat at that point.
Yeah, Yukimura is the only, benchmark for them at, Osaka.
Yeah, I mean, you have some of the people, remaining that are kind of floating around at the time, but even they are not, oh, we need them.
I will say this. If they do want to add Cha-Cha, fine, but they should add Hideyori. And that's why I didn't like Sanadamaru, because they took away the main conflict of what the Osaka campaign was. It wasn't because Cha-Cha said something. It was because Hideyori refused to hand over, his power.
Yeah.
But in Sanadamaru, they truncate that to make it more like Cha-Cha's thing, and I was like, no.
Well, it's because, and this is one of the big issues with Samurai Warriors in general, and this is kind of an issue for, I would say, Warriors, actually, period. One of the biggest issues is the fact that they do this thing where they have to combine all these characters, but then you also have the characters on the battlefield. What's Sakakibara? Why is he, always...
I was about to say, he is not playing the fuck around with you.
Why is he always on the rebellion side when you're doing, the Tokugawa things later in this game? Oh, because they needed a name. Yeah, that's about it. They needed a name.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And she is still going.
Yeah. That's why she's the best over here.
I do find it funny that characters that show up in here won't show up in 6.
Yeah. I don't know how they're going to handle Mitsuki, because there's no reason Mitsuki should be in half the games after this.
I assume she's just going to disappear.
I will assume that she's going to show up and then she's just going to do what they did with, Gracia, which makes no sense to me. Where she's just going to be like, I exist still, guys. Look at me.
Oh, Gracie's not going to be a thing.
I mean, she could be.
They could be. She could be, but what would be her whole purpose other than dying?
She actually does serve a lot of things after the game. And her whole purpose is basically that she dies.
Yeah. I'm not saying not to add her, but I'm just looking at it, it's well, if we're gonna...
Yeah.
I don't know their criteria for picking anymore. Cause
I feel like the argument is that they're just going to pick whatchamacallit so they don't have to put Hosaka in. Her husband. Which is the whole reason why the reason why they end up having a problem with whatchamacallit is because of the fact that Gracia dies. And that's the reason why Hosaka sides with, what's-his-face? Ieyasu. But that's not even because of that's for you guys to know. That's not even because of the whole Mitsuhide thing. It's because Gracia becomes a Christian, and Hideyoshi was not particularly nice to the Christians. And because she was Mitsuhide's daughter, and so when she speaks up against Mitsuhide, he gets absolutely butthurt and angry about it, and just yeah, no, I'm done, and then kills her.
You Mitsunari?
Not Mitsunari, Hideyoshi.
What? I thought Hideyoshi died before any of that stuff happened.
It's long before that. He takes it as a slight, because he does, rebels a couple times. And when whatchamacallit inevitably fully rebels, Tokugawa, what's-his-face goes to help him.
Sunday, what the fuck are you doing?
He's dicking around because there's a flurry of people in the way.
No, he's just not moving.
Yay! I love the AI in this game sometimes. It's so perfect and beautiful.
He is legit not moving. Yeah, he's not even remotely moving. Is there like another objective?
I don't think there is. Shouldn't be.
it's like it's a dead stop. He's not even fighting back.
Yeah. I have to literally defeat the ones that are blocking his path that says, oh god.
Maybe the guy back there? Maybe the rifle captain?
Yeah, I guess the game, like, didn't think about the fact that I could run ahead and kill so many things. Yeah, but there's a lot of things, like, you know.
Yeah, that's it. That's what stopped you.
The guy halfway across the level. Fucking brilliant. I love it. Thank you, game.
You complete me.
We love this game.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who says it.
But yeah, I mean, that's my issue, is they combine a lot of characters together, like Nobuyuki's character. Nobuyuki's character is Nobuyuki and Oda's mentor, who kills himself.
You know what I would be interested to see in 6? I'd love to see how they would portray Yukimura.
I would like to see a new Yukimura. Will we get young Yukimura, or will we get, you know, Bamf Sanadamaru Yukimura?
Oh, they wouldn't give us that unless like they were going all the way to Osaka.
I would love to see it, because I would love to see it as like, well, Yukimura is just the Lubu of the game now.
I don't know. I mean, if I ever want to just play a game with all the guys from Samurai Warriors 4-2 and all that, I can just pop in Warriors Orochi 4? Yes. Warriors Orochi 4. It'll have all those characters.
Yeah, but you can't get Sanadamaru character.
That is bullshit. Because Masayuki should be in another Samurai Warriors game, and so should Sasuke and Cha-Cha.
Yeah.
That really does suck that they're hidden behind that game. And I was not a big fan of Sanadamaru.
I'm giving the controller over to Johnny.
I have received the controller. Put me in, coach.
Shogun, you should know that you're abandoning your retainers here.
I like how he's basically like, I have a moral code.
That's why I'm such a great character and you're a shitty character.
Now that I've given Oda the man who orchestrated his wife's death, I am now free of any responsibility as the killer.
Yeah, like I said, moral relativism. It's not evil that I murdered your wife, because I did this good deed by handing you the people who conspired to kill you.
He doesn't kill the Shogun in history, right?
Nope. Shogun just kind of wanders around.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he does is exile him from the capital.
Mm-hmm. And Hideyoshi basically tells him to go fuck himself.
Oh, I would love to see the document of how Ieyasu managed to bullshit his way into Shogun by claiming he was a descendant of that one character.
He probably did the same thing that Oda did. He took the paper, drew an extra line, and then added his great grandfather.
Yeah, that probably sounds about right.
That's what I would do.
Irrefutable proof.
If they question me, I'd be like, look, it's right there. I have a ninja. His name is Hanzo.
They try to smudge it off, and it's like, the line's not coming off. I was like, no.
Sharpie. But that hasn't been invented for 300 years. I know. I'm a time traveler. Yeah, this is kind of nonsense.
What, that he lets him go but kills Mitsubishi?
Yeah. It's this vain attempt of the thing to try to make it seem like Oda is just an anti-hero, and he really isn't.
Oh, so close, man.
I know. Had I not like got lost and whatchamacallit hadn't just stood there like, hey, you guys.
I hate that guy.
Maybe I would have got a higher rank.
He's definitely gonna have to get a new redesign.
He needs a character redesign already.
No, if 6 goes the way it is, he'll get character development probably.
He better. Because his character he has no spine.
No, you know what I just realized? If they treat 6 like they treat this, it'll be a dual protagonist series. So you might get Hideyoshi's story and then you might get Ieyasu's story.
Yeah.
Which means you could go to Sekigahara.
Mm-hmm.
But then that would mean they'd have to switch Hideyoshi's story into like Mitsunari's story.
Yeah.
I would just find it interesting because at that point you'd have to make sure there's enough characters, to show up at Sekigahara and Osaka Castle for both sides to, warrant it.